Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud, hammer in the air. Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off-scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out. Don, you gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Well, what is going down, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new edition of Am I on the Air? I'm your host, Don Mega, and I welcome you to the show on this beautiful June the 19th. Now, I say beautiful, but I'm exaggerating because we're broadcasting live here from the Red Dragons Radio Studios in hot Tucson, Arizona. High today of 116 degrees. I am not shitting you. It was hot as a mofo. And shout out to my boy Geeky Pat, who it was so damn hot it blew out his air conditioning today. So much love for you. Hope you make it through the night, as you don't have no damn air conditioning, man. And I don't know how you're doing it, because I got my bitch cranked down right now. So hopefully all is well and good for you and your family, my friend. Yeah, tonight's episode, it's season 12, episode 11, and tonight's show is titled, Are You In or Are You Out? And that, of course, goes with one of my movie reviews tonight for Central Intelligence. We're going to talk about that. I also got a movie review for Conjuring 2. So, 2 big movie reviews for you. Of course, a week's worth of news. You should be proud of me, man. I'm keeping in track, right? This is the 3rd week in a row, I believe, going back to our normal, regularly scheduled Sunday night takeover. And so happy to be here on this beautiful Sunday night. Just got done a little bit ago with WWE's Money in the Bank. Very, very cool stuff there. So before we get started, I want to definitely shout out the latest episode of Am I Still on the Air? That is my spin-off show. And if you're a fan here of Am I on the Air, I would hope by now you know what Am I Still on the Air is. But I did a special episode a couple nights ago. It's the one I've been hinting about. It's the one I've been talking about. I'm talking about Rock Rolls. Yeah, Rock Rolls. Like I said, I was mentioning it a couple weeks ago on this show that there was so many Rock Rolls going on. Every week on this show, we talk about something that The Rock is signing up to do. And, we always joke around and say, you know what? I was like, I could actually start a whole nother podcast just based on Rock Rolls. And got a lot of viewer requests to do something special. So I'm not starting a whole podcast on it, but I did decide to take some time. And this past Wednesday night, I dropped a brand new latest edition of Am I Still on the Air? Did it solo. Usually on Am I Still on the Air, I have some guests with me, but I just mainly wanted to focus on The Rock. And so I did it myself. And we did Am I Still on the Air? Rock Rolls! And I hope you listened to it by now. It looked like it was getting some really good traction here over the last couple days. But basically, I took about a half hour to 40 minutes there and just basically went through the entire filmography of our boy, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We talked about everything from his first role as the Scorpion King in The Mummy Returns all the way up to this weekend's Central Intelligence, all the way through all the upcoming thousands of movies that he's already signed on to, like Baywatch and all the Fast and Furious movies and just all the projects that he's attached to going forward. I broke it all down from day one to the year 2020, basically, is what we're scheduled out to. So, everything from Matthias to Black Adam, we got it covered on Am I Still on the Air? Rock Rolls! So please go check that out if you haven't listened to it. Go to amiontheair.com, click on the tab that says Am I Still on the Air, and you'll see the episode right there at the top for Rock Rolls. So please go check that out if you're a fan of The Rock. Definitely support your boy and check out that episode. I was really hoping I would have got some kind of tweet or response from Dwayne himself. He loves social media. Come on, Rock. Reach out to your boy here. I could dedicate a whole episode to you. It'd be nice to see a little bit of love. So, let me take a quick swig of water here, and we're going to start with some movie reviews. Alright. So, when I did last week's episode, I was pretty bummed because I was hoping to have seen Conjuring 2 before I did last week's show. I didn't get a chance to, but I did end up seeing it the very next night. So, I'm going to start off with Conjuring 2. This was last weekend's #1 movie. Something a lot of people didn't expect. It had big budget Warcraft come out. Now You See Me Too. And then this little horror movie sequel, Conjuring. And Conjuring blew away the other two films and was the #1 film, making $40 million. Very, very impressive. I think the movie was made for about under 50, so profitable nonetheless. Taking you back a little bit to the first Conjuring, I liked it. I did not love it. I remember everybody was coming out of the first Conjuring saying, "Man, that was so scary," and I loved it. I mean, that was the biggest horror movie of the year by far. And everybody was seemingly loving it. And I was like, I liked it. It was good. But I just didn't think it was as cracked up as everybody was making it out to be. But I enjoyed it enough to definitely check out the sequel. So I went into this one with very mild expectations based on what I, took away from the first film. And I gotta tell you, I loved Conjuring 2. Loved it. I go and I check out these horror movies all the time. Me and my brother-in-law, we're just a sucker for horror films, man. We'll go out and we pretty much give them all a chance. And 9 times out of 10, they all suck. And we end up walking away very disappointed. This one here, I walked out very, very happy. We sat in the parking lot and we chatted about this film for probably about 45 minutes. And both just looking at each other like, that was impressive. That was a lot of fun. Conjuring 2 is legit creepy as hell. There were several moments in this film where I actually got tense. And I even had goosebumps on my arm a couple times. That stuff just doesn't happen to me, man, in horror movies. It just doesn't. But there was something about the way this one was made. My hat is off to James Wan. The guy is just awesome in the horror genre. And I'm glad that he's branching out, like he did with Fast 7. He's going to be directing Aquaman. He's going to be doing Robotech. So I'm glad to see all the stuff that James Wan's getting into because he is a talented filmmaker for sure. If you look this one up, this continues following paranormal investigators, the Warrens, played by now I'm of course spacing his name. Vera Farmiga, of course, plays the wife, and Patrick Wilson, there you go. So yeah, I gotta just think and process it for a second. Patrick Wilson plays her husband, and this is a true story based on the Enfield haunting, or Enfield poltergeist, that took place over in the UK. And basically this little girl got possessed and by this old man that used to live in the house. And of course all kinds of stuff ensues after this, and it is, the little girl that gets possessed in this movie is incredible. What an actress, man. I can't wait to see some of the stuff that she gets into later on down the road. She was awesome. But yeah, super creepy. All of the villains, so to speak, that they use in this movie are creepy. Definitely a lot of spin-off potential, and later on in the show, I'm going to get to that spin-off potential, because we already got a spin-off greenlit, and we're not talking about Annabelle 2, which is coming as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to talk anymore about the film without getting into spoilers, and once again, we do this spoiler-free. So all I'm going to say to you here is, if you're a fan of horror, if you're a fan of the first film, please do yourself a favor and go check this one out. I absolutely loved it. I gave The Conjuring 2 4 out of 5 stars. Now we switch gears and we go from horror to action comedy. And I'm going to talk a little Central Intelligence. This is the number 2 movie out in the world right now, debuted behind Finding Dory. And this one here stars The Rock, our boy Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Check out the Am I Still in the Air? Rock rolls! But yeah, The Rock stars with Kevin Hart on this one. And basically, if you've seen the trailer, you kind of get the gist of it. The Rock was a little fat kid in high school. He got picked on. And the only guy that stood up for him in high school was Kevin Hart. We fast forward 20 years later. We're getting ready to do the 20-year high school reunion. And The Rock comes back into the picture, but now he looks like The Rock. And he hooks back up with Kevin Hart, and then he tells him that he needs his help. Basically, he works for the CIA. He needs his help busting a bad guy, basically, is the sum of it. Lots of twists and turns. Lots of really cool cameos also, by the way, so keep an eye out for that. And this one here, I, once again, absolutely loved. I laughed my ass off at this. I know Geeky Pat went with me. He did too. He loved it. He gave it a 5 out of 5. He was dying laughing. I just genuinely love this, and not just because it was The Rock, man, but The Rock and Kevin Hart together have amazing chemistry. They play off each other really, really well. And, I mean, it's funny, man, and the role reversal here is really done well. You know, Kevin Hart actually plays kind of the straight man in this film. He's not the super over-the-top Kevin Hart that we've seen in Ride Along and all those other movies. It's The Rock, actually, that plays up the very corny and slapsticky, over-the-top humor. So it's kind of funny to see The Rock doing that and Kevin Hart kind of being the toned-down kind of guy. But you still get a lot of funny moments with Kevin Hart. But The Rock just killed it in this film, dude. He was so funny. I love this pairing. It seemed that they really hit it off when they were making the film. And, you know, you see that chemistry has blended over, and they definitely plan to do more stuff together in the future. They're both going to do the Jumanji reboot, and who knows, this could be a new duo team that we see do many projects down the road, and I would not mind it at all, especially Central Intelligence 2 for sure with the way that this movie ends. So I loved it. Go out, see this one. If you're a fan of comedy, I think you'll really enjoy it. Lots of great moments in this. Central Intelligence, 4 out of 5 for me. Super duper duper funny. I think if they would have made this a rated R movie, it probably would have been a 5 out of 5. I felt like they were holding back a little bit, but nonetheless, hilarious. 4 out of 5. So both 2 great movies for me to review with you guys here tonight. Conjuring 2, Central Intelligence, both 4 out of 5 stars. Alright, let's now get into our news of the week. And we're going to start things off with a new trailer, and this, of course, goes right back to Central Intelligence star Kevin Hart. He's got a new stand-up concert movie coming out called What Now? And we have the first official full trailer for that. So definitely check that out. This dropped at the end of last week's show, but once again, just reminding you, speaking now of The Rock, he's got a new animated movie coming out called Moana. It's by Disney, and the first teaser trailer for that is dropped, so check that out on the Facebook and Twitter page there. Once again, you can see the complete list of the Tony Award winners. We have the first official trailer of The Night Of, which is going to be an HBO murder mystery. Netflix released the first teaser trailer for Narcos Season 2. Netflix has also ordered a Nick Kroll animated series called Big Mouth. Showtime's new show Roadies is going to be available to stream online before its premiere. It's actually already available to stream right now if you're a Showtime subscriber. The new Xbox One S will be starting at $299 and will be coming out this August. Netflix is also going to be releasing The Discovery, which is a new movie starring Rooney Mara and Jason Segel. So that'll be coming out soon. Idiot Sitter has been renewed for a second season over on Comedy Central. I've never even heard of the show Idiot Sitter, so the fact that it's gotten a second season is really odd here. But hey, you know what? Do what you gotta do. Director Brad Peyton is going to be directing the big screen adaptation of James Wan's Malignant Man. I like the sound of this one here. This is going to be a creepy kind of sci-fi-ish action movie. Reminds me, I played a video game called Prototype, and Malignant Man, when I read the description, sounds exactly like Prototype. So I cannot wait to see this. James Wan is the guy who's going to produce it. He was at one point going to direct it, but now he's tied up with so many other movies. He's stepping aside, but Brad Peyton's going to come on and do it. Brad Peyton last directed San Andreas with The Rock. We're going to be able to start doing 6 Degrees of Dwayne Johnson here. It's going to take over for Kevin Bacon very easily here, I think, real soon. The new PlayStation VR is going to be available for $399, and it will launch in stores on October 13th. Let's keep an eye out for that. Speaking of VR, Batman Arkham VR is coming in October as well. Woohoo! Lots of video game news coming out this past week as E3 was going on. Resident Evil 7 has been officially announced, so expect that to drop January 24th, 2017. Along with a new Spider-Man game coming for the PlayStation 4. This game looks incredible. His suit in this game, man, looks awesome. Definitely can't wait to play that. New God of War game is coming as well. You can check out all the new trailers on our Twitter page. There's a new Star Trek VR game coming out, so Geeky Pack, get your VR headset rolling because it's about to go down. Let's see here what we got. Another trailer, this one for the new South Park game, The Fractured But Whole. This game looks pretty damn tight too. I'm going to have to check that out. A new Watch Dogs 2 trailer. Crackdown 3 has been delayed until 2017. We have the new trailer for Rob Zombie's new horror movie called 31. So check that out. I have an article up that supposedly is some story and character details for the new Transformers film, Transformers The Last Night. I'm not going to read it to you because it could be obviously spoiler filled. So if you would like to know a little bit more, I'm going to leave this on the rumor side of things because it's not confirmed. This is just an article that kind of came out. I feel like most of it's probably true. But once again, I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. So if you're interested, go check out the article on our Twitter page. Just announced also at E3 is the full title for the new Zelda game. It's going to be called The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Alright. We have the first new official trailer for Pete's Dragon, which actually looks pretty good. I didn't care for the little teaser trailer that came out a couple months ago, but this full trailer looks pretty good. I liked it. It looks like Curb Your Enthusiasm is going to be returning for a 9th season over on HBO, so that's cool. Titanfall 2, we have the new multiplayer gameplay trailer you can check out, along with the Dead Rising 4 announcement trailer. In some pretty cool casting news, Donald Glover has joined the new Spider-Man film. Spider-Man Homecoming has added Donald Glover in a mystery role, which of course is making people freak out. Everybody's thinking he's Miles Morales. Some people are saying, you know, he could be a teacher, he could be this character, he could be that character. Who knows what he's going to be? You know, I know a lot of people are saying he can't be Miles because Miles is younger than Peter and he's like the successor to Spider-Man, and you know, this Peter Parker we know just got his powers, you know, 6 months ago. But Marvel has a tendency to kind of switch things up and make things, they'll tweak mythologies. So who's to say that Miles Morales couldn't have been some form of an original Spider-Man that was going around and then maybe mentors Peter, right? Well, you can go with an older Miles instead, possibly. We know that Donald Glover's been petitioning and really going out there to land the role of Miles, and then he just wanted to be a part of the Spider-Man movie, so they started the hashtag Donald for Spider-Man, and it got him a role at least. But to see who he's going to be, we're going to have to wait and see. But probably don't expect it to be Miles just because they want the focus to be on Peter. And like we talked about, next year is going to be that animated movie. And, well, not next year, but 2018. 2018 is going to be an animated Spider-Man movie, and the rumor is the animated film will be based around Miles, so we'll see there. Domhnall Gleeson and Margot Robbie are going to star in Goodbye Christopher Robin. We have the new trailer for Genius, starring Colin Firth and Nicole Kidman. We have the gameplay trailer for the new God of War. MGM Studios has optioned J. Michael Straczynski's comic book Rising Stars, so they're going to be doing an adaptation of that. The Finest Hours director Craig Gillespie is going to direct Margot Robbie in the Tonya Harding biopic film. Hulu's new show Dimension 404 has just cast Joel McHale and Sarah Hyland, so very cool there. The TV show Younger has been renewed for a season 4. Netflix is going to be streaming Ricky Gervais's Office spin-off film. Paramount Pictures has hired 2 directors for Beverly Hills Cop 4. Yes, Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah are going to direct Beverly Hills Cop 4. So we're back on. Axel Foley coming back. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully they do it right. They get the tone right. And let's do it then. Comedy Central is going to air Jeffrey Ross's new show, Roast Battle. So I think that'll be pretty cool. We know Jeffrey Ross is the roast master, so why not? Justin Chadwick is going to direct Anthony Mackie as Johnny Cochran. That'll be pretty cool. There is, let's see here. Let's see. NBC Universal is saying they want to do more Shrek films, so it is not over. Even though we've had 4 Shrek films, everybody was saying they're all done. Yeah, they're saying, no, we want to revive this franchise and we want to get going. So, looks like more Shrek could be on the way. James Wan says that if he gets to make another Conjuring movie, it will be set in the 80s. There's no doubt that they're going to want to do a Conjuring 3. I just don't think James Wan's going to do it, to be honest, because he's got to do Aquaman next, and he's doing Robotech. I just think he's going to be too busy. I mean, maybe he could squeeze it in after Aquaman if he just wants to do something a little, little toned down, a little easier. Maybe, but we'll have to see. But yeah, if it does take place, it'll take place in the 80s. We have the first teaser trailer for Atlanta, which is a new show that, speaking Donald Glover, is lots of news with Donald Glover here, is going to be doing. So we got that first trailer there. Just in case you were wondering, don't expect the invisible jet in the Wonder Woman movie. They did not do that. I didn't expect it, by the way. Gabriel, we have a new trailer for Almost Christmas, which is starring Gabrielle Union and Omar Epps and a bunch of other people. It's a very stacked audience and crowd here for Almost Christmas, so check that out. We got a bunch of new videos for intros and transitions for Injustice 2, so if you're interested in that new awesome game, which still won't be hitting until 2017, but you can check out some more really cool videos and gameplay footage and stuff from Injustice on our Twitter page. There's the MADtv Reboot, and it is coming, my friends. And it looks like some of the original cast is going to be stopping by and doing sketches with the new cast here, which is very, very cool. I'm looking forward to that. July 26th at 9 p.m. we'll launch the new revised MADtv. Very, very cool. I am excited about that, to be honest. I love the original MADtv, so I'm looking forward to a reboot, especially if some of the old cast members are going to be coming back and doing stuff with them on a weekly basis. In some very cool news, this was rumored before they even started making the movie, and then now it looks like it's official. Helen Mirren has joined the cast of Fast and Furious 8. She made an offhand kind of joke or just said, like, I think after 7 came out, actually, that she wanted to be involved in the franchise moving forward. And then they didn't really hear much about it. And they've been filming now for about a month. And she got added. So Helen Mirren is joined the cast of Fast 8. So pretty cool there. Orlando Jones has joined the cast of American Gods, so pretty cool there. Steven Spielberg promises one big thing for Indiana Jones 5. He says, I'm not killing Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford will make it through the film. So there you go. You don't have to worry about him getting axed off. NBC has announced their fall premiere dates, so you can read through that to find out when your favorite NBC show is coming back. Sicario sequel director reveals that the new film Soldado is the second part of an anthology, so they're already planning part 3 as well. Whew. We have the first official trailer for Hard Target 2. Yes, you heard me, Hard Target 2, the follow-up to the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie from, 1990? They made a second one. It does not have Jean-Claude, though. It has Scott Adkins, who is basically the new Millennium Jean-Claude Van Damme. And Rona Mitra is in this as well. So, looks like a decent little straight-to-video kind of movie. So, you can check out that trailer if you're interested. Arrow has just added Rick Gonzalez, who's going to be playing Wild Dog. Alright, so, and also in addition over on the CW there, Nick Zano has just joined Legends of Tomorrow, as he's going to bring a Justice Society of America connection to the show. I feel good for Nick Zano because this dude is a very hardworking man who appears in a new show almost every year, and they all get canceled. So I'm glad that he's joining something that is an up-and-running franchise that he can come be a part of. But yes, he has joined the cast as DC Comics' Dr. Nate Haywood, a.k.a. the Third Commander Steel. So, yeah. If you're familiar with the comic books, you know that he's coming. Let's see here. Telltale's Batman preview, Choose Your Own Bat Venture. We have some new information on the new Batman video game that's coming. Ocean's 8. Yes, that's the official title for the all-female version of the Ocean's 11 movie. It's going to be called Ocean's 8, and they have confirmed that it's actually going to be an extension and continuation of Steven Soderbergh's original trilogy. So this is following Ocean's 11, 12, and 13. Sandra Bullock is playing George Clooney's Danny Ocean's sister. And she'll have her own ragtag crew as they go on some hijinks trying to steal some stuff. So Ocean's 8 is coming and confirmed. I'm looking forward to this, actually. I loved Ocean's 11. I hated Ocean's 12, but Ocean's 13 came back strong. So, yeah, let's see what Ocean's 8 can do with some cool females there. Zac Efron is in talks to join Hugh Jackman in P.T. Barnum biopic film The Greatest Showman on Earth. So that'll be pretty cool. Ed O'Neill says that a Married with Children reunion is very unlikely. That sucks. That's very sad to hear, especially probably for Bud, because Bud Bundy has been promising his own spin-off show for a while now that would feature everybody coming back in it from time to time, so I guess that's not happening. Wow. We have the new Storks trailer. This is a new animated film. Check that out. I know a lot of people are sad about this news, but Orphan Black is going to be ending with its upcoming 5th season. No more Orphan Black. I never watched this show. I've heard nothing but good things, though, and I know everybody that's into it is really bummed out that it's ending here with the upcoming 5th season. Skylanders Academy. That's a new cartoon series that's going to be coming to Netflix. And it's based, obviously, on the video game for Skylanders. So, Skylanders Academy coming to Netflix. The Ricky Gervais Office spinoff movie that Netflix is doing has officially been titled David Brent, Life on the Road. And that is coming soon here to Netflix. Superman has been cast for Supergirl. And I hate that I have to announce it's not Tom Welling. I wanted nothing more than Tom Welling to get this role and be Superman in Supergirl next season. I just felt like it was the perfect match. It was a perfect way for continuity issues to come full circle and have it be Tom Welling. You know, even though it doesn't really fit into the Smallville universe, if you watch Flash, you know we're dealing with Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 3, all that kind of stuff. So it would have been smart to just have it be, a Superman from another Earth. And that's the Tom Welling version of Superman. It's his doppelganger from the Smallville show. So we didn't get it, unfortunately. But they've already cast it. I know we were just talking about this news on last week's show, so they did it real quick. But actor Tyler Hoechlin has been cast in the iconic role. He'll be making his first couple appearances in the first 2 episodes of the new season. He was last seen in Richard Linklater's 80s set baseball comedy Everybody Wants Some, in which he had one of the lead roles. He also appeared in Road to Perdition, Hall Pass, Solstice, and he's from MTV's Teen Wolf. So he definitely fits the mold. If you see a picture of him, you can see why they picked him. But I'm just sad it's not Tom Welling. That really bummed me out. They had a great opportunity there. Alright, moving on. The Broadway show Wicked is finally confirmed to be headed to the big screen. Universal Pictures will release the movie on December 20th, 2019. So yeah, you still got a ways to go, but it's officially coming. We have the new trailer for the next Star Wars DLC. It's the Star Wars Battlefront Bespin launch trailer, so you can check that out. And yeah, more Star Wars Battlefront. So we posted NBC's fall schedule. Now we have Fox's. We've also done the CW's as well, so you can see when all your favorite shows are coming back on those networks. Martin Starr and Logan Marshall Green have joined Spider-Man Homecoming as well, both in undisclosed roles. It does look like Logan Marshall Green will probably be playing a villain, so take that as you will. Josh Shigara is heading to Arrow in Season 5, and he's going to be the DC Comics anti-hero Vigilante. So, yeah. They do a lot of these side kind of characters that I've never heard before, but hey, welcome, right? Welcome to the show. Let's see here. So I talked about it earlier when I reviewed Conjuring 2. When Conjuring 1 came out, they decided to do a spin-off based on the evil doll Annabelle. And Annabelle came out. I actually never saw Annabelle, but I heard mixed things, and it did okay at the box office. When I came out of Conjuring 2, I said, I wonder if they're going to do another spin-off. There's a character in Conjuring 2 I won't get into, but I'll just say there's a character in there that I thought for sure was going to get a spin-off movie. And then a couple days later, we got the official announcement that they are moving forward with a Conjuring spin-off, but it's not going to be the character I thought. Instead, it's going to be the nun. Yes, if you've seen the commercials, if you've seen the movie, you know there's an evil nun that just keeps popping up and she's super spooky. They're going to move forward and they're going to do a spin-off on the nun. The movie is officially titled The Nun as well. So that is coming. I'm sad it's not the character I thought it was going to be, but the nun was pretty damn creepy in her own right. So, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what they end up doing with that character. But yeah, spin-off coming here soon. Let's see here. We talked about all of that. Got a bunch of new trailers posted for you guys to check out. One is called Collide, which stars Felicity Jones and Nicholas Hoult. We got the new Yoga Hosers trailer for Johnny Depp and Kevin Smith's daughters. We have the new Ben-Hur trailer, which looks really good. Check that out. Like I said, the new Pete's Dragon. We got the one for Denial, starring Rachel Weisz. Outlaws and Angels, starring Chad Michael Murray and Luke Wilson. Middle School, The Worst Years of My Life. That's got that official trailer out. We got a couple new Everything Wrong With. We got Everything Wrong with A Bug's Life in 13 minutes or less. Everything Wrong with Jaws in 9 minutes or less. A couple new Honest trailers celebrating the Disney role there. We got Honest trailer for Zootopia and the Honest trailer for Finding Nemo. Perfect timing there. NCIS has enlisted Wilmer Valderrama for season 14. He's going to be a regular character there, so he'll be on every week. James Wan, who we've been speaking a lot about tonight, he's back to direct the MacGyver pilot, the rebooted MacGyver pilot. This is one of the new shows that's coming to CBS. They already had a pilot shot. It got a pickup, so they're bringing it on this season. We've already talked about this. But I guess CBS really didn't like a lot about the pilot. They thought it had a lot of potential, but it didn't hit exactly what they wanted. And that goes for some of the cast, too. So they've kept the main couple people in the cast, and then they brought in James Wan, and James Wan is actually going to redirect the pilot for MacGyver. So when you see it come out here in a couple months, it's going to be brand new, fresh, and something that the studio did not show before. So very interesting that they'd want to respend that money to do that. Amy Adams has a new movie called Story of Your Life, and it's actually getting retitled, and it's going to be getting a new release date as well. So let's see a little bit of news here on this. This is a new sci-fi drama, also co-starring Jeremy Renner. And Story of Your Life, which stars Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner, has gotten a new name and a new release date via Paramount. The picture is now titled Arrival and is slated for award season release date of November 11th. So pretty cool there. And yeah, so The Arrival coming soon. John Stamos has boarded Scream Queens Season 2. So good for him, man. I'm still sad that Grandfather got canceled, but welcome to Scream Queens. Lady Gaga is in talks for a Star is Born remake. Star Trek VR is going to be a cooperative social experience. And then we have an article up with everything you need to know. This will probably be a really cool game, man. I can't wait to talk to Geeky Pat about this one. Steven Spielberg says he is going to be remaking West Side Story. Yes, this is a movie that I, thought for sure was going to be remade at some point, and here it comes. So, yes, they're redoing West Side Story. It's been a personal project that Steven Spielberg has been wanting to do. It's a passion project for many, many years. He said he tried to get the rights to this over 15 years ago and got told no. But he has the rights now, and he's got somebody writing the script, and we're moving forward. So, no release date or, casting or anything has been issued, but just know we're working on it. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and Doctor Strange are coming to Comic-Con next month, so if you're going, look for that. That's pretty cool. Elijah Dushku and Alan Tudyk are reuniting for Con Man Season 2. Let's see. Orlando Bloom is set to star in a new Chinese thriller called Smart Chase, Fire in Earth. Yeah, that sounds like it's going to be a massive hit. We have the official trailer for Mower Minions, which is a new animated short film that's coming out. Finding Dory, when it came out and did its Thursday night showtimes, it broke animated records, bringing in $9.2 million on the Thursday night showtimes. That is the most, 9.2 million is the most any animated film has ever made on the preview nights. So that is awesome. We have the article up with the official full Suicide Squad soundtrack, so you can see all the great songs that are going to be on there, including a Panic at the Disco remake of Bohemian Rhapsody. I can't wait to hear that one. Dame Judi Dench is set to play Queen Victoria in Stephen Frears' new Victoria and Abdul. Will Arnett is going to host Sci-Fi Channel Presents live from Comic-Con. Farrah Farmiga from Conjuring 2 is set to join Liam Neeson in the new film The Commuter. The old TV show The Saint, that was made into a movie back in, was it the 90s? That might be how far back this one goes. The Saint with Val Kilmer. They're redoing it, and it's heading back to the big screen, so we're going to get a Saint reboot. Let's see here. We have an everything you need to know about the new Spider-Man game, so you can check that out. Finding Dory made a splash with a record-breaking $55 million on Friday. So Friday continued to break records and bring in over $55 million for the animated film. That is incredible. Let's see here. I think we're getting close to wrapping this up. Lego Movie 2. Lego Movie 2 has just been pushed back 9 months, and it won't be out now till winter of 2019. That is crazy. I cannot believe that this film just got pushed all the way back to 2019. When you have a big hit movie, you need to strike while the iron is hot. Lego Movie was massive. How do you wait like 6 years to do the sequel? I just don't get it. I just do not get it. But that is the case, and Lego Movie 2 pushed the winner of 2019. Finding Dory also officially set the animated film record, opening this weekend with $136.2 million. Crazy. Yeah. Crazy. That's a lot of money. I did not expect Finding Dory to make over 100 million. So congratulations, it actually beat, I think, Shrek to break the record and become the biggest animated opening of all time. In some really, really sad news today, actually just happened today, Star Trek actor Anton Yelchin was found dead at the age of 27 years old, and the circumstances are just, I mean, crazy, like Final Destination crazy. I don't know, it looked like he was getting ready to leave, forgot something maybe, jumped out of his car, and his car actually rolled backwards and hit him and knocked him down and basically smashed him. It rolled over him and killed him. He showed up late. Well, he didn't show up late. He didn't show up to a practice, and some friends ran over to his house to see where he was, and they found him dead. Super, super sad based on the circumstances. Super sad to be only 27 years old and lose your life, especially by something as freak as the car rolling into him. You know, he was a really cool little actor. I wasn't overly familiar with a lot of his work. I mean, I remember him personally from like the Fright Night remake with Colin Farrell. He was awesome in that. Of course, the Star Trek films. He was Kyle Reese in Terminator Salvation. I remember him really good from that. He was just in that movie The Green Room that came out a couple months ago in the independent theaters with Patrick Stewart. That looked incredible and got great reviews. I can't wait to see that movie, but he was a part of that. You know, he just but yeah, he played Chekhov in the rebooted Star Trek franchise, and it's just really, really sad. All the actors from the Star Trek movies wrote today about how much he'll be missed, how much he was like a family, you know, he was family to them. It's just sad, man. It's always sad to have to talk about death on this show. So I won't, you know, continue to go into this. The articles are posted. You can read them and find out more details. But, you know, my condolences to friends, family, loved ones, for Anton Yelchin, gone today at the age of 27. Lastly, HBO has released the teaser trailer for their new TV show Westworld, and you can check that out. That just came out tonight. So that, unfortunately, on that sad note, pretty much wraps up our news of the last week. Let's get into our release dates of what's coming out this week. On DVD and Blu-ray on Tuesday is going to be My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2, Midnight Special, and The Brothers Grimsby. In theaters on Friday is going to be Independence Day Resurgence, The Shallows, and The Free State of Jones. So 3 big releases coming out on Friday. And here, of course, is your weekend box office. Coming in number 10 is Captain America Civil War with $2.3 million. Number 9 is Alice Through the Looking Glass with $3.6 million. Number 8 is Me Before You with $4.2 million. Number 7 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows with $5.2 million. Number 6 is X-Men Apocalypse with $5.2 million. Number 5, tumbling a whopping 73% from week 1, is Warcraft, dropping all the way down to $6.5 million. Horrible drop. This movie does continue to make money internationally, but here in America, this is the biggest bomb of the summer. Horrible. Warcraft number 5 with 6.5 million. Number 4 is Now You See Me 2 with 9.7 million. Number 3 is The Conjuring 2 with another 15.6 million. And our top 2 debuts here, number 2 is Central Intelligence, bringing in $34.5 million. Very nice debut for Central Intelligence. And coming in number 1, we've discussed it, Finding Dory, bringing in a whopping $136.2 million. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That's your box office report, and on that note, that is the end of our show. So I thank you for listening. I thank you for tuning in. As always, please bookmark our official webpage. It's MIOnTheAir.com. I want to take a moment and just say happy Father's Day also to all the great dads out there. It is Father's Day today. I had a nice little day with my little girl, and it was awesome. So, definitely makes my world. You hear her every podcast in the beginning when she says, "Hi, Dada," and "Bye, Dada" at the end. She's awesome. So, happy Father's Day to me, and happy Father's Day to all the great dads out there today. Once again, MIOnTheAir.com, bookmark it. You can check out the shows, the Am I Still in the Airs, movie reviews, trailers, the whole nine. It's all on there. Check it out. Of course, like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Am I on the Air? Follow us on Twitter at Am I on the Air? Follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. Links to all of this stuff, too, are on our official webpage on MIOnTheAir.com. You can subscribe to this show on iTunes if you're an Apple guy or girl. Go to your Apple and just type in Am I on the Air? You'll find us, and you can subscribe there. You can also listen to us on Red Dragons Radio. We are a proud podcast of RedDragonsRadio.com, so you can find us on there. It's follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio as well. You can also listen to us on Google Play Music, on Spreaker, on Stitcher. So we're on a lot of different formats. Tune in. Definitely just search Am I on the Air to give us a look. We're on Instagram. We're on Periscope. So definitely follow along for the ride. That'll do it for this week. I know, once again, I'm sorry there has been no Red Dragons Assemble. I don't know what the hell is going on right now. Peeps has gone MIA, and me and Geeky Pat might have to do one without him. So we'll see. We might try to get one out this week here sometime. Hopefully, maybe Wednesday or so. Keep your eyes peeled. We'll definitely let you know, and of course, Red Dragons Radio will let you know as well. Thank you so much once again for this June the 19th. This has been Am I on the Air? This has been Season 12, Episode 11. Are you in or are you out? And until next time, y'all. Peace!
Bye, Dada.
Red Dragons!
Becky.
Red Dragons!